So that horn's not sounding too healthy, sure it's not. Well, let's get to the bottom of it and see what's wrong. Hi, welcome back to the channel. As you would have heard in the little introduction there, the horn in the Traveller isn't working the best. So I just noticed that last night when I was coming home from the local car meet. I was leaving at the same time as a friend of mine in his XRUC Mini Cooper S. So whenever he was pulling off into a different junction that I was at the roundabout, gave him a little toot of the horn as I went past, and it started sounding like that. So as you'll hear from that, it is already an upgrade from the horn that was on the Mini. So this was the original horn from the Mini that mounts in behind the front panel and goes through the grille. It's not the most meatiest of sound, if I could call it that. As most Mini owners will know, it's just a little beep beep, nothing too scary. And with modern traffic and a few things, Minis being Minis are quite small. People do tend to drive out in front of us, so a little toot of the horn or something new, just to let people know you're there. The little quiet little mouse-like horn on the Mini didn't really cut the mustard for me, so I decided to upgrade. So the horn that I have fitted, so I fitted this long before I even had a YouTube channel. So the one I have fitted is from a Jaguar S-Type, I think from around about 2001, I think the car was. It just happened to be a car that my dad was scrapping. He bought it for parts, bits and pieces, and I took horns from it. So they are a twin trumpet design, and I have them mounted actually behind the number plate on the Mini, so that's maybe why it's lost its maybe lost its earth maybe a little bit, maybe it's got worked loose or something. So we'll take a wee look and see what the problem is. So I'll pull the number plate off and I'll show you where I have it mounted. Okay, so now I have the number plate off the car. You can see where I have the Jaguar S-Type horns fitted. So what I did was I actually had drilled a hole in the front panel and just used the existing mounting point of mounting bolt from the S-Type to mount it up there. But I can see already what the problem is. That is loose. So it's obviously no wonder that the earth is actually losing a little bit of connection there. So yeah, so it's just worked itself loose there. I think I know the problem is because I think I remember putting it on. I didn't actually have a lock nut on it. I think I used a standard nut. So it's probably just worked itself loose over time. So yeah, first thing I want to do is I'll pull the bolt out, and just when I have it out, I'll maybe give them a little bit of a freshen up, and we'll just check the wiring and just make sure that there's nothing more serious needing done there. So yeah, that's the next thing, is to pull these off and we'll set up on the bench. Okay, so as you can see, and I have it off. So this is the original connecting plug from the Jaguar and the existing earth. So yeah, I just checked the connection there. Everything's fine, everything's tight there. So I'm guessing that's probably was a problem. Well, it was just working loose. The earth wasn't making connection. So just when I have that off, what I might actually do is pull the bumper off. I want to get the front panel a good clean up as well, and just make sure that all the nuts holding the bumper on are all in good condition as well. So kill two birds with one stone with this little project. And these are the horns. So they are a Fiam, I think you pronounce that, set of horns. So these are the standard horns from an early 2000, maybe all Jaguar S-Type. So I think it's maybe not the tidiest. So just we'll have them off the car, and then maybe just take the bracket off, give it a good clean, do the same with the backs, give them a spray up, and put them back on the car again. Okay, so there's the horns cleaned up, given a coat of satin black, tidy them up, so that's that done. To fit them, what I'm going to be using is a hex nut, a symmetric one. I'll be using a lock nut this time, so hopefully it'll not work itself loose. Glad to say as well, the bumper came off without any issues or breaking studs, as that is quite common. I think what the saving grace was, it's well wax oiled, and I had greased the studs as well. So I think hopefully that is what was a saving grace. What I've also done now as well, as you'll see, I have cleaned and polished the whole front panel and the lip. It's amazing how many wee bits of stones and grot can get caught in there as well. So that potentially could lead to some rusting issues. And what I've done as well is I have scraped a bit of paint off there to get a good earth as well. So next up is to fit them. I'm going to be using the existing earth obviously just going through the bolt, and that'll connect to that area there, which is scraped back to bare metal. So hopefully that will be that one sorted. So let's get to it and get these refitted. Okay, so you plug it in. Okay, so here's the moment of truth to see has all this worked. I think that's a job well done. That's definitely working now. So if nobody hears me coming now, there's something wrong, because those Jaguar S-type horns are really loud from outside. So a huge upgrade from the original Mini one. So yeah, happy with that. Let's get the bumper back on, get the number plate back on, and that's that little job wrapped up. And there we have it, all buttoned back up again. So the number plate is now on. I actually shortened the number plate a little bit, but I left enough on either side of the 9 and of the eye as well. So still within the legal limits for size, but cut off a little bit of the excess number plate off there as well. It's a temporary one. It's not the number plate I want to keep on the car, so I will be replacing that soon. So the horn is now mounted again, as you know, behind the number plate. Bumper is now back on. All that's cleaned and polished up, and she's good enough to go again. So our next show is on Saturday, so we'll have her over at that's what's at Brownlow in Lurgan. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that very quick little repair that I did to the horn on the Mini, and a little bit of a spruce up around the front. So if you have, remember to give it a thumbs up, remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Love to get a few more subscribers to my channel, and yeah, we'll see you again on the next one. So hopefully there will be an upcoming video, or maybe you've already seen it, depending on when I put this video live, will be a show report for Brownlow House, which is in Lurgan, and that's being hosted by the Morris Minor Owners Club of Northern Ireland. So that'll be for a future video, or if it's already happened, there'll be a link up here for it. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.